There is no fifth weird pirate game. There really aren't that many pirate games. Pirates are not a super common theme for games, I think. There is another Pirates of the Caribbean game on PS2. They really didn't. They made a ton of Pirates of the Caribbean games, but they didn't really make any normal ones, like, ever. Like, they made stuff for GBA and things like that. But they didn't. They didn't make any normal ones. Like, for the as far as console games go, they didn't just like directly adapt the movies into games. They made whatever the hell that thing on Xbox was, and then I think they did, like, years later, make like a Pirates of the Caribbean 2 movie game. I think it's the second movie that got a proper game on PS2, and that's not on Xbox. So maybe someday. Maybe someday it'll get played. Anyway, we are on day 3. We are on day 3 of fishing. I guess I could look up the spot where their fish are, but to be honest with you, I feel like the last couple times when we've looked up the spot that guy likes to go fishing in, it's just like not even, like, his spots aren't even that good. So I think I might just try to go find my own spot this time. This lake kind of looks like a weird, messed up version of Canada. What's my fishing level? 7. What's that supposed to mean? Look at it. It's like, what if... It doesn't mean anything other than that. Look at the little map of the lake. It kind of looks like a weird version of Canada. Okay, I think this might be the spot. If we, like... You know, controlling this boat actually sucks. The whole, like, forward and reverse gear thing is strange. The way it works. Takes some getting used to. Oh, that's gonna take some getting used to as well. But yeah, I don't... this might just not work, actually. No, reverse gear. Fuck, now it's going the wrong way. Look, there's no fish directly under my boat. I'm not really sure what it all means. But there's no fish directly under my boat, you know? Okay, there are some. I'm just gonna go to the bridge. I'm just gonna go to this bridge over here. I feel like the bridge is probably good. You can always count on, like, a bridge in a fishing game. Oh, I didn't start the timer. Well, whatever. Imagine that had been running for like 3 minutes. But yeah, there are absolutely no fish in the middle of the lake or anything like that. They're all gonna be at, like, points of interest, like this thing over here. There are no fish here. Okay, well, there's actually no one here. Never mind then. Maybe we'll check this bit over here. Any day now. Still haven't seen a single fish. They've gotta be, like, back here, though, right? Like, once we get over here a little bit more. Okay, maybe I'm running over some guys. No? Not really? Kinda. Kinda. Alright, there's kinda fish around here. Let's try it, I guess. I have to get used to the casting again, because it's, like, really weird. The timing bar, normally for things that use a timing bar like that, it's not so crazy. The timing bar in this game is insanely fast. It's really weird. Something you gotta get used to. Anyway, now I just do this for like 20 minutes and hope that something happens. Maybe I should just look up what the GameFAQs guy's spot is. Maybe trying to find my own spot is a mistake. There are a lot of fish under my boat, I think, because of the radar. Like, there are fish around here somewhere. Oh, okay, the instant I cast out the line, okay. Looks like this is probably going to be a big fish too. That's good. See if I can actually get this, though. He's being annoying. The big fish are always really annoying. They just... like, it just feels like RNG for when he decides he wants to come in. And, I mean, I guess that's true to real life. But I don't have much control over this situation. I'm kind of just hoping that he decides to come in before deciding to break the line. So PMC Trilogy, I cannot see how many months that is for, but thank you for 80 months. Thank you so much for the sub, dude. I appreciate it a ton. 80 months of fishing. Got him. He's not even that big. He's not even that big. And it's just a carp. That's not even the right kind of fish, I think. I assume that that's not the right kind of fish. Yeah. That was nothing. That was nothing. Thanks for the sub, though. I do appreciate it. Hope you are having a comfy Wednesday and all. I hope it's not like certain fish live in certain places. Like, I hope this isn't all carps, you know? I hope I'm not in Carp City over here and there's just like no bass. I think the issue is actually that the my lure isn't deep enough, right? We have to wait a bit based on I just processed that. I think I've been doing it. I've been reeling in at like 1 foot of depth this whole time when we really want more like that. That might have something to do with it. Yeah, the dots mean that the radar is bouncing off a fish. I think that's probably directly under my boat, so it's possible that I need to move the boat here. It's possible that if I move the boat over a little bit and look back at where I just was and cast over there, that might get me better results or something. But that is what the dots mean. Yeah, like if we look at it, I think there are fewer dots over here than there were over there, maybe. Nah, there's dots all over the place. There's just dots everywhere. That I don't know. I'm not really sure why there are two lines. Like one of the lines should be the ground, but then the line that's under the other line is a mystery. I don't know why that's there. That might just be something to do with like how the radar works or the sonar or whatever. And I just don't fish enough to get it. You know, like maybe they're just simulating something that really happens. But it should be that that line is the bottom of the lake. What is my... Lure was behaving really weirdly there, wasn't it? It might just be that they don't like this lure either, but there's really like... There's not even a good way to like scientifically figure that out. Or like I wish there was some way to just know. Because I really can't be bothered to like figure it out. Just got 83rd and credits rolled and he called it good. I mean, sure, but... I don't want to do that. I feel like that's not really... I feel like that's not really beating the game at all, you know? Like, not even close. There's a tournament mode. It's a linear progression of tournaments that presumably get increasingly challenging. Kind of feel like that's what we gotta do. Not too concerned with what other challenge runners are up to. Like, other challenge runners... I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, but as far as I know, nobody else skips sports trash. I think sports trash is like just a me thing. Everyone else is like, they stubbornly refuse to skip the sports games, but then also they just play one game of the sports game and then quit. So they only actually play it for like 20 minutes and they don't bother like winning a season or anything. So I don't know. Everyone's got different rules, but personally, if there's like a mode like this, then I gotta play it. There's no getting around that. £2, 2 ounces. That is pretty good, I guess. That's just 2 quick ones. If I just get 3 more fish, then we can leave. Don't regret winning the tournament in V-Tennis. V-Tennis, no one has ever regretted playing V-Tennis before. A quality game with a quality soundtrack. The only true warrior among us is that guy, who was also doing GameCube at the same time I was. And he legit did play many full league, like full seasons of sports games. There are a number that he skipped as well. I think a lot of the Madden games you can just like simulate the full season and then just play the Super Bowl. I think he did that for a bunch of games, but I know there's also a bunch of games where he played like 30 hours of Tiger Woods PGA Tour and stuff like that. And every single Tiger Woods game, he just had to play the whole last season of. Like, no thank you. think he just streams retro achievements now, though. I think he's just become a retro achievement guy after finishing the GameCube. It's like Final Fantasy XIV, man. Retro achievements have taken too many of my friends from me. Actually, not that many. But, it's one of those things. FF14 is about to release those friends back to me. Good. I need Darrow 16 back so that we can play Galaxy again. Dude, did I just get like really lucky catching those fish and I'm not gonna catch any more? This part of the lake is 34 feet deep, actually. The fish are probably just like in way deeper than I'm casting. The DK64 achievement stopped allowing the tag anywhere mod. Made for some amusingly mad gamers. Look, I've only ever played through DK64 once. I can't do that to me. I can't, like, I can't do that again, you know? That was a one-time deal playing Donkey Kong 64. And I didn't think that the problem with the game was the tag barrels. That's my hot monkey take. I just think that that game has a lot of problems that are unrelated to having to go back to the barrels. And what if this spot is just garbage? What if this is just a bad spot to be fishing in? Whoop. It's got too much stuff in it. It's just got too much stuff in it. Even being able to swap the Kongs. It's just got too much stuff in it. I think that the levels are all like giant-ass mazes that are absolutely full of stuff where, like, it's just annoying to even figure out what to do to get half of it. I am a DK64 non-enjoying person, but I think it's one of those things. It's like Forbidden Memories. I like Forbidden Memories. It is bad, but it's one of those things where your enjoyment of it is like a mix of fuck, really? Your enjoyment of it is a mix of like some irony and some sincerity. Where it's like, to what extent do I actually think this is fun versus just Stockholm Syndrome, you know? You just don't even know anymore at some point. Well, that's bass number 3. I think we found the spot. Just cast over here towards that rock. Exactly. It's that kind of game. I have not played FM in quite a while. And there's a reason for that. It's been a bit. Looking forward to seeing it. Pip number 1758 though someday. My lure's like taking a nap, dude. Why won't he sink, please? I think it's because of the side of the rock. Only 1132. Man, it is like a you're going off the Japanese release dates, right? So that is the 1998 release date or whatever year. And it's all the way at 1132 even just then. I feel like you got through like 94 obviously wasn't a very heavy year. Then you got through 95. I feel like progress through 96 has been decent, but maybe like the density of games just spikes. Oh, it's December 99. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah. I thought it was 98 for some reason. I think the title screen says 98 because that's like the official Yu-Gi-Oh copyright date or something. And now I'll never catch another fish over here ever again. That was my one fish. 250 games a year is pretty crazy. That's like half the GameCube's entire life in one year. Approximately zero point 0.5 GameCubes worth of games. And maybe if I just cast like straight out like this. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe if I just do that. I'm not sure if the song actually has any impact on like what the size of the fish is. This is clearly going to be a small one. Actually, maybe it's not. He's kind of trying now. It's gonna be like mid. It's gonna be like mid. Yeah, 2 pounds, 4 ounces. I think one more and we're good. I mean, I might even just be good. Because I have some 2-pounders. This is 8 pounds, 54 inches. Like, actually, I think we're good. It's a little scary because I don't think there's any way... I don't think there's any way for me to save in the middle of a day like this. So if we go to weigh in, we are kind of just sending it, right? Like, if this is not good, then... If this is not good, then I have to start over, you know? Anyway, it's gonna take like an hour of boating to get back to the pier, so... hopefully this is good enough. This has been good enough for the other amateur days. Like 8 pounds. I think that's more than we've gotten in previous days even. So we'll just be boating in this direction for a while. Such a fun game. I'm so glad that they've decided to simulate all the best parts of fishing. Technically, you can buy a better boat. Like, I guess that's part of the motivation. I guess if just make the game really painful, and then the player will want to spend the $1 million updating their boat. I think that the boats are really expensive, though. Like, we looked at it the other day. I think it was like 900,000 to buy the best boat. And I have like a few K, and that's it. What is that as well? That, like, the red thing up there. This boat should have double tap for a boost. Or at least if this game had a soundtrack, you know? Like, anything. I could just manually turn on the NYC Underground Party Volume 3, it's true. Alright, please don't lose. It's 30th. Alright, we're good. We just need to get not 50th. But yeah, like for winning that, or for coming in 30th, I guess, I got 1824. I got $1,824. So the road to 900K to get a better boat, you know? Like, it just isn't happening right now. It just isn't happening with the way I'm playing the game, I think. That's day 3 taken care of, though. That's good. Maybe I can just get done with, yeah, maybe I can just get done with all of the amateur fishing today, and we can get into the pro fishing challenge. This is a different lake. I feel like Pier 3 is gonna be our best bet. Nah, we'll try Pier 1. There's all kinds of stuff down here. The day they buy the boat and the day they sell it. That's probably true. I have a friend who owns a boat. He works at a marina, and he repairs boats for a living. And he also, at some point, bought a boat. And the sense that I get from hearing him talk about his boat and other people's boats is that owning a boat is 98% about the maintenance of the boat and 2% about being on the boat. I just like fish here. Like, does this just work? There's dots. It would be great if I could just fish right next to the dock, you know? Might even be a good fish. Nah. Nah, it's not even a bass. It's just some kind of skinny weirdo. The chain pickerel. These fish might all be garbage because they're like... I feel like this is not where the bass would be, you know? Like super shallow water. That also doesn't really look like a bass, does it? I think I might go somewhere else. There might be no bass here. Actually, that is one. That totally is one, right? Yup. 2.8 as well. So we're gonna stay here. Never mind. Never mind. This spot is good. Is this a nice chilled game? This is a pretty boring game. It's kind of like very it's kind of like on the simulation end of things as far as like it's like racing games. There's arcade racers and sim racers. There's arcade fishers and sim fishers, and this is a sim fisher, which is not a good thing. Too many. I feel like there's just too many like confounding mechanics where it's just like I don't know. I don't know exactly how the game works and how to make the fish bite because there's just too many factors to it, and the lakes are too big, and it's just like I don't know. The whole thing is just a little bit like not like it just doesn't make it interesting at all, you know? That's where I'm at with it. You know, it's not gonna have like the crazy production flair of a Sega Bass Fishing or the simplicity of like Big the Cat's fishing part in Sonic Adventure or anything like that. It just you know, it's got all the complexity of having 1 billion different lures and rods to pick from, but you just don't know what any of it's really doing. So this is what the game is. You just do this over and over. The frantic meters would bother you. Reeling the fish in is pretty stressful, of course. It's like it I'm fine with that sort of thing, but the fact that it takes like 10 minutes to get any fish to bite at all is like once you get the fish on and the meter is jumping all over the place, I'm kind of sweating because I'm like, I really don't want to lose this fish. Like, it took me forever to get this dude to show up. I have dropped one, yeah. It was gonna be a big one too, and I dropped him like right at the end. Go. Oh, damn it. Line break. I think I have to like look like this is a thing that can happen. You have to line break, which means I lost my lure, which means I now have to come in here and I have to edit my tackle set and then select a different lure. I have no idea what any of these do compared to each other, so I'm just gonna pick the first one. This looks like a guy that just sits at the surface, which might be okay actually. There are dots like at the surface on the radar. Maybe that's okay. There's a lot of kind of fishy controls as well where it's like they use the pressure sensitive face buttons and like the fact that R is a trigger and stuff like that, or you have to like really sort of like finesse it with how quickly you reel in and like how hard you press the A button and stuff like that, which is like a little bit weird. I don't know how I feel about that, but I feel like pressure sensitive buttons in general are just like not. It's kind of like when you have to like just barely touch the analog stick in a direction, you know, where it's just kind of like just feels bad in your hands. Like it's like that to me where it's like no, I don't have that kind of fine control. Like it's not good. Sorry, I'd prefer if they didn't do that, though it's not a huge deal. There's just like a certain amount that I have to hold down R for like the entire time. I bet that all the dots along the top are just perch. There's no way it's bass along the top, right? Maybe this guy, the Origin Crank 200. Maybe we want the Origin Crank. I think that's a bass. He's looking kind of bassy. Yeah. We're like semi-consistently getting these like 2-pounders, which is pretty good. A couple 2-pounders will definitely be enough. That is it? Is it? It is. It's a tiny guy. Apparently the bass really like this weird, like, duckbill creature. This, like, cartoon-looking thingy that we're using as a lure. Uh-oh. I'm about to lose my cartoon-looking thingy. No, we're good. I feel like after a certain amount of distance, like if you're close enough to the boat, it's just you're never gonna get a bite close to the boat. Kind of makes sense. I guess the fish don't want to hang out near the boat. But anything within 10 yards is just like not happening. Uh-oh. Nope. Shit. Yeah, this is this is kind of bad actually. The spot has fish, but it's also got a lot of snags. Since there is no reserve, this tackle cannot be chosen. I actually don't have that many. I don't have that many more lures. Looks like the distance you can cast also depends on the lure, by the way, because, like, this guy, like, that was a pretty decent cast, and it was only 18 meters. I wonder about that. And yeah, this one's also just along the surface, so it's not gonna... Probably not gonna catch any bass. I think I might do this. And then that'll get me back to this guy. This one also floats, though. No, he'll go under a little bit. Oh, come on, no. Wait, yes, okay. Oh yeah, that's... I think we've got something here. Look at this dude. Yeah, I can't even reel him in. This is absolutely going to be a decent fish. He's very bass-shaped, too. So he's probably a bass. God, he went all the way back out to 12. Man, he was right by the boat. Yeah, yeah, see what I mean? Like, the big fish, when they want to leave, they just leave. Like, what was that? What am I even meant to do about that? That sucks. You spend like 10 minutes trying to get a fish, and then it just leaves. Not really sure how to prevent that. I mean, yeah, definitely. You know, you make a fishing rod out of wood. Or like bamboo or something, you know? I'm pretty sure. I don't think fishing rods were invented in like the 1940s or anything like that. The line I'm less sure about. I'm not really sure what fishing line would have been made out of. I'm consulting the internet. Fishing line. Please give me the history of fishing line Wikipedia. Leonard Maskell in his book from 1596 titled A Book of Fishing with Hook and Line. All right, there you go. Silk and horsehair. And catgut, a type of cord that is prepared from the natural fiber found in the walls of animal intestines. Catgut makers usually use sheep or goat. Catgut has never been made from cat intestines. Okay, good. So there's your answer then. Animal intestine line. And like a wooden pole. Yeah, that makes sense. That honestly makes sense. I didn't really make the connection, but like, yeah, tennis rackets existed, string instruments existed, you know, all that had to be made out of something. What are we currently at after I finish reeling this in? What am I at right now? 7, 6. We really want one more. Well, how many have I caught? I've caught 4. Yeah, we really want one more to seal the deal. I'm gonna go like over here slightly, maybe. Well, there's just actually... no, okay, hang on, this'll work. There's fish here. Water is really shallow, so maybe they're not bass, but there's apparently fish here. There's a Hannibal episode where the episode's dude wants to make a traditional cello from a guy. What? I see. A quality TV show. Come on, get in here, buddy. Is that a bass? Are we good? That is a bass, and it's a 2 as well, so that's a good bass. Alright, getting out of here. That ought to be enough for top 50. Got to do it right next to the pier as well, so I don't have to spend like an hour boating across the whole lake. Oh. Okay, 9, 10. Hey, we got 8th. That's pretty good. Check that out. Somehow I got beat by May, who only bothered catching 2 fish, but I guess May just kind of gamed. May just caught like 2 really big fish and then got to leave early. Did I get 35k for that? Actually, I should go buy, I probably should go to the shop anyway to go rebuy all those lures that I dropped. What have I got? Oh, I'm rich. 243. I did not realize I had so much money. Never mind, I'm rich. I've been rich the whole time. It's still 900k for a boat upgrade, but you know. Damn, is that 3.9 million for the best boat? I have no clue what I dropped, though. I have to just, like, look through everything. I feel like the crankbaits are good. I feel like we want these. Oh, whatever. Whatever. My inventory is full. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Alright, well. This is the last day of amateur fishing challenge, and before we upgrade to the pro fishing challenge. We go Pier 1, That little skinny bit connecting the Pier 1 area to the rest of the lake is where all the fish are. Just occurred to me that there's like real dates on this, and that this is a November 7th fishing event or whatever. I should have waited like a week, and then we could do like the canon. Why is there a bikini girl on the cover? For all of the dads in the audience, I don't know. I'm not sure. Appeal to dudes in their 30s and 40s who are the target audience for fishing games. She has nothing to do with the game, though. She's not in it or anything. This is allegedly where the fish are. I feel like this thing is junk, though. Like, it is just floating along the top. Is not helpful. We need it to be much deeper to get to where the dots are. My name is Destiny. Yeah, it auto-assigned me the name Destiny, and I kept it. I think this is where I was dragging the lizard along the ground. I think this is when I was doing that. We gotta give it a sinker rig. We'll give it the Texas rig. Like, what does any of this mean? I don't know. But, okay, yeah, now we're talking. Look, it sinks now. I guess that's what a sinker does. Who knew? We'll see if this works. Do you have your PowerPoint presentation ready for Saturday? I still have nothing. I think I'm dead. I think it's over for me. This spot sucks, doesn't it? Might have to strike out on my own here and try to find a spot that's less junk. I like kind of had an idea, but it's like lame, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Please be a bass. Please tell me this thing is a bass. It is. Okay. I need to catch like 4 more of those. Yeah, sorry. I live in the proximity of other people who sometimes make noise, and there's nothing I can do to stop them. And currently, that's a dude parked outside honking the horn for some reason. If everyone subscribes, then I can afford to move into a small cabin in the woods, and then also run fiber out to the small cabin in the woods so that I have internet, and then I can stream in peace. Except I would not want to do that. Yo, Hahumi, thank you. Thanks for the Prime. Thank you for subbing, contributing to the Ted Kaczynski Cabin Foundation. Only a few thousand more to go. I appreciate it a bunch, dude. I hope you're doing well today and stuff, of course. All the fish are at like exactly 6 feet. I gotta hold the lizard at like 6 feet. I think. This is definitely a big fish. Ah, no. Well, never mind. And there goes that as well. Cool. Screw it. Let's see if this thing is any good. I'll even give it the Carolina rig. Alright, better than nothing. Man, that's like actual, like frame perfect right there. I stopped it right at the top of the meter. There's a ton of dots. Look at all the dots under my boat. There are fish everywhere for those with the eyes to see or whatever the line is. So there's fish all over the place. And none of them are biting my thingy. They probably can't even see it because it's just black. I do kind of wonder, like now there's no dots, or like very few. Is it... I've been assuming the whole time that the radar is like directly under my boat. But I do kind of wonder if it's like projecting out the front of the boat or something like that. Or like if I look different directions, does that affect it? I feel like looking over here, there causes there to be more dots. And that doesn't make any sense because the radar is not attached to my head, but like, I feel like that's how it is. I think I've caught... Have I only caught 2 fish so far? It's either 2 or 3. Gotta check after this. I think I'm at 3. Dude, I'm trying my best. Okay. This fish has developed the charge the boat strat, where you just charge the boat and hope that it causes there to be no line tension. How is this 7 meters? It's like directly under me. Or 7 yards or whatever. That's close enough. A yard is kind of like a meter. It literally is like under my boat. Okay, there we go. It's a big one. She's doing the 2-hand animation. It's not a bass though. It's the Amur catfish. Completely useless. What have we got? Live well. Yeah, only 2 fish so far. So basically garbage. Not having much success here. I think I'm gonna back up actually. I think that I'm fishing too close to the walls. Oh, I can't back up anymore. Well, I think that if I do like a this type of maneuver, Let me fish in this direction. I think we actually want to fish closer to the center of this area or something like that. I wonder if they ever made a game where you like, I think it's called noodling. It's people who catch catfish with their arm. Like catfish will like live in a hole or something, and you just stick your arm into the hole and the catfish bite down on your arm and then you just pull them out. Implement that in the fishing game. It's absolute Florida man behavior. There was an N64 fishing game that we played a long time ago in N64 Mania where there were cheat codes to like the cheat code that we all used was to turn your boat into a bathtub, and you were just boating around in like a bathtub with an engine attached to the back. I don't know if there were any other interesting cheats in that one. Is it illegal in Florida? Is it? Have I judged the Florida man wrong? Yeah, a method of hand fishing primarily for catfish, where a person searches for a fish underwater in its den and reaches into the hole to grab it with their bare hands. Um, let's see. Due to concerns over the safety of the noodlers and sustainability of fish populations, the technique is illegal in some states where it was once traditionally practiced. As of 2002, it was legal in 14 states, sometimes with restrictions, and those states are Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Illinois, really? Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, North Carolina, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Wisconsin. It has since been legalized in Texas and West Virginia as well. So basically exactly where you would think, but not Florida. The entire South except Florida. And then also Wisconsin for some reason. Illinois, south of Chicago, is essentially northern Arkansas. Yeah, I don't really know anything about Illinois outside of, you know, Chicago. Sorry, Illinoisans. Gonna get you bitten by an alligator. I mean, if you just keep an eye out for them, I don't know. Alligators are around in Florida, but I don't know. Yeah, gators are hard to see. I think you're right about that actually. They kind of have good camo going if you're like in a swamp or something. Or really if they're under the water at all. Like light doesn't penetrate that far into like murky lake water, you know? So I guess they could just kind of come at you. I don't know. I think you could beat a gator in a fight if you had to. You ever see that you ever see that poll that was like it was some I don't know why this poll was done, what the researchers were trying to find out about, but it was some kind of like poll of Americans that was like study 15% of Americans think they can beat a bear in a fist fight. And it was a study of like what animal do you think you could beat in unarmed combat, and it was like 30 different animals and they're like different responses, and like the response rate for some of the animals was just absurd. There was like there is a somewhat large percentage of people in this country who really think that they would beat a bear in a fight. I it's a strange study. I'm not sure what they were studying or why, but that was a thing. I have to go find this now. Hang on. I just reeled this in. Just Google image searching. Americans think they can fight a bear. That's yeah, here we go. Only 72% of Americans think that they could defeat a rat unarmed. I could beat a rat. No problem. Like 14% think they can beat a kangaroo. I don't know about that, dude. And yeah, 6% like their odds against a grizzly bear. It's like, no. Too much Yakuza 5. Geese are assholes, it's true. I grew up living not that far from a lake, and when I was a kid, we used to go down to the lake and just like hang around and like throw stones into the lake and stuff like that. And there would just be like hordes of geese that would come at you sometimes. And I mean hordes, like they would think you had food, and then they would just like 50 of them would just start swarming you, and it was very scary, and you had to leave. What are we at right now? Is that the fourth fish? Yeah. This kind of sucks. These fish are all like pathetic. They're not good, but if I can catch a fifth one, then we're just gonna send it. 8% think they can take an. I mean, I don't think elephants are very. Like, how. What does an elephant do? Like, I could not beat an elephant. I don't think you could beat an elephant just because what does beating an elephant look like? Like, how do you win? But also, how does he win? It's like a stalemate. Like, what's the elephant gonna do? Will crush you or rip you in half. I mean, if you just stay behind him, though, like, I don't think elephants probably have a very good turn radius. You could just circle strafe him, you know? I wouldn't want to fight an elephant, though. Elephants are bros. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why like 25% of people said no to the rat, just on the concept that the rat will just leave. Like if I were unarmed trying to kill a rat, I actually don't think I'd be able to do it because I wouldn't be able to necessarily catch it, you know? But if the rat was locked into combat like it was, the rat was also here to fight, then it would be no contest. Favorite fictional rat? Probably Bay the Rat VTuber, to be honest with you, whom I don't watch, but she is still the best rat. Damn it. I thought I was getting out of here. That is not a bass. Well, Pokemon are friendly. Pokemon don't fight humans. You have to you got to get them. That's like a Pokemon Coliseum thing, right? Shadow Pokemon will attack humans, but that's because they've been like corrupted by whatever's going on in that game. I've forgotten the plot at this point. Normal Pokemon would never. They legit fight you on site in Legends Arceus. Well, like, is that you though, or is that your Pokemon? Like, do they don't attack humans? Pokemon wouldn't do that. That's kind of fucked up. Yeah, that's the past. That's different. That's different. There's your excuse. New Pokemon games have them attack the player. They attack you in the new one that came out like a week ago. Well, I don't know then. Never mind. But generally speaking, they don't. Trust me, I'm a Poke anthropologist or a Poke zoologist or whatever. fish are really down there. Like the scale is set to 24 feet. Ah, there we go. Please don't be another Amur catfish. He's fighting back. Bro does not want to become sushi. We haven't seen him at all, right? It would be fun if this game worked like Yakuza 5 fishing, where you could kind of tell from their behavior. I feel like that was a really fun part of figuring out the fishing in that game, the river fishing. Or I guess that was the sea fishing, where it was like, this one's waving around too fast, this can't be the barrel, that kind of thing. Or it's not moving fast enough, it probably is the barrel. I'm kind of like I have to be paying attention to the meter to make sure I don't accidentally die. So I can't really be looking at where the fish is to see what the fish looks like. Come on, give it to me. Holy shit, it's huge. Wait. No! Wait, how big was that thing? Wait. Did you see that? Was I seeing that right? Fuck. That sucks. What have I still got? So much time spent on that fish. I swear it took like 15 minutes to even get a bite. But it was right by the boat. I feel like when it's right by the boat is when like the meter gets the wonkiest, where it will just like snap instantly or just escape instantly, stuff like that. Like I don't know what I could have possibly done about that. I'm just gonna tell myself it was an Amur catfish. But did you see how like I think when the fish was up against the boat, the fish was straight up like the size of the boat. It was like an old man in the sea type fish, where it was just like the fish looked like it was half the size of the boat to me. This guy's gonna be, yes, another trash fish. Fuck, dude, stop giving me this garbage. Can Perch please stop biting and go home? The spot really seems like it's not good for catching fish, actually. And that in future attempts at this lake, I'm gonna have to go find a spot that's less trash. Man, I could have had that fish. It was right there. I feel like these instant bites are like, because it's always towards the top of the lake, right? Like they're not, the fish aren't that deep in. This is just going to be another perch. Trash fish only. Oh no, it's a bass. Okay, we're going to send it. That's my 5th bass. These bass are like mostly all trash. Like they're all small. There's no good bass here. 7 pounds total, but hopefully this is good enough for top 50. Otherwise, I'm not trying again today because I've been playing fishing for 2 hours. Oop. So hopefully 7 is good enough for top 50. What? Shit. Yes. $49th. Oh my god. Alright, we're in. $49th. We got him. Rank up. Congratulations. You qualified for the next rank. You got Mirror Lake. A new lake is available. Welcome to the professional tournament. If you rank in the top 50 at the end of the year, you'll be able to enter the Masters Fishing Challenge tournament. Oh, it's just top 50 by the end of the year. So actually, we were never in any danger there, probably. I could have likely just bombed. And because I did well in the other days, we would have still been fine. But there you go, that is Amateur Fishing Challenge completed. Now we move on to Pro Fishing Challenge. Okay, we're a third of the way done with this now. That's not so bad, considering that we spent the first hour of the game. Oh god, it's more days. Or wait, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. For some reason, they're just showing the Masters as well. That's nothing. But given that we spent the first hour or so of this game doing literally nothing, you know, 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get through the first third of the game. I think I can handle this. I think I can handle it. But yeah, that's professional round 1, I guess. Let me save. All right, cool. I'm going to stop playing fishing for today, though. We'll come back to this again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. I think this is gonna, I mean, we'll see. I might just like full send when we get to Masters and just try. I mean, Masters is gonna, the fishing, it's gonna get harder, right? They're gonna make me, I can't just get away with catching like small fry fish anymore, probably, because we're gonna go into Pro and Masters and stuff, so we'll see. But it'll be a few more days of chipping away at Pro Fishing Challenge.